Whew.
Yeah. Watch together.
Let's use mine because yours is
Just
always
play
fun.
just play Dragon Song.
Finally, kills.
Let's just use a run. It's the last thing. What the? Oh, this isn't working. Hold on. I gotta make a new one.
Oh my god.
Create a row.
You guys doing a session?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who else are you waiting on?
Together.
We're I'm finishing Landis. Getting it off the list.
Yeah, no, I just see 3 players. That's all.
Oh, it's 2 players. I'm just watching. It's a micro.
Testing. Testing.
Children of the land, do you hear? Echoes of truths that once rang clear.
Just okay, I'm good.
Souls
This one works.
intertwined, one true love they did
D&D.
find, bringing land and heaven's need.
4 minutes left already.
$60,000.
Ah, extreme.
Yeah. Dragon Song. Love this song. All right. Cool. Hey, it's keeping my name. That's pretty cool. All right. This is a little too soothing, right?
And it's Nidhogg's theme. I think it's appropriate.
There you go. I meant the color.
Color, yeah.
Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heaven's need.
All right. Stepping into the portal will lead to a dark corridor. It's not very long. A couple of feet ahead, there is a spiraling staircase leading down, carved within the stone of the mountain. The portal seems to have led deep into the mountain, in the darkest parts of the earth, where this dragon's faith would never see the light again. The two of you look at each other momentarily. Cecil doesn't hesitate and just kind of walks forward, going down the staircase. There is a tension in the air, mostly coming from the Dark Knight. There's an aura of blackness surrounding him. He seems to be gripping tightly onto the dark heart of his power, obviously assuming he's going to need it for what happens next. His hands are shaking, but not out of fear. Like I said, it's just out of pure adrenaline. He doesn't speak to you as he heads down the staircase. I'm going to change my dice.
As we're following behind him, I'm gonna tap sticks and say, I think you need to talk to him. He's gone a little too far.
I can try. Can't make any promises.
You just need to bring him back to balance.
It's harder than you think.
You better to talk to him than a dark man himself, right?
Fuck. I'll briskly keep a pace with Cecil and start talking to him. I'll just
Okay.
I'll say to him. Yeah.
Down the winding staircase, it takes a while before you guys reach the temple, so you have time to talk to him. What are you saying?
Cecil, we need to talk. We're not going to be able to accomplish what we need to do if we just go in there and try and defeat Nidhogg right away.
There is no defeating Nidhogg.
What do you mean?
I am not primed for combat. I will simply present this as an ultimatum. He either agrees, or I drop the barrier and allow Cain through. I have no doubt that Cain will be able to do what he says he wishes to do.
Cain is horrendously injured.
That's
You
never
might-
stopped him before. And besides, you have two warriors on the outside looking after him, do you not?
Yes, you're extremely lucky.
Luck
should-
had nothing to do with it. Now, enough talk.
As you speak to him, you realize quickly that he doesn't seem to understand the extent of the injury that he's inflicted on Cain. As he continues down the winding stairway, and it opens up into a hallway. A faint red glow coming from deep within the temple.
I figure by now the other party will have told us what Cain has told them, and
Yes.
I'll say to Cecil, "Say you'll give Nidhogg an ultimatum. You mean a threat? You sure he won't just kill us on the spot if you do that?"
There's a good chance he will. I warned you not to come.
That aside, I actually received word from the outside party. Cain is barely alive, thanks to the injury you caused him, but
Nonsense! He'll stand up and he'll come through if I let down the barrier.
they've already left, Cecil. Cain's gone.
I will not be foolish enough to believe that.
Cecil, you're riding the darkness too hard right now. You've stopped seeing reason. You
Weren't
need-
there?
I was! And the only reason why he's alive right now is because of those two. He'd be fucking dead if you... Sorry. He'd be dead without them. You understand?
It doesn't matter now.
Cecil, I understand the need to complete the mission at any cost. I understand it more than you will ever. I understand it. But at the end of the day, if you have to carve out every little part of your soul to complete it, and it fails, then you'll be left with nothing. Like me, you need to revert to your other form and calm yourself for a moment to see reason again.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Nice rolls. Damn, you're good at that.
Yep.
After the atrocities I have committed, the only purpose that I have left that is my own is Etros. Her will demands that these members of the Covenant survive. I have no choice.
How you approach this is a choice.
The light will not aid against the murderer. You know that. You were
Yes.
there.
Of course I was. Of course I understand. But if you approach him with threats, you're just another human, going out of his way to force him to do something. If we at least talk to him, us two, we can maybe convince him to rejoin the Covenant properly. That's what Cain feared most of all, is he abandoning the Covenant, and if you force him to subject to you, then we'll never get our chance to reunite them. I'm here for Fafnir. He wants to talk to him, and so does Ziramar. If we can do something, convince him of something, we can end this without trying to kill ourselves. There will be plenty of time to switch back to the darkness afterwards if it fails.
Cecil will look between the two of you with obvious distrust, but after a moment, his blade will revert and he will transform.
High five, Neil.
Alright. Sort out
You
your
two
emotions.
will speak. And when the talking inevitably fails us, I will deal with it.
It's fine.
Will bow. Say, thank you.
This will likely be our only chance to redeem anything. Let's get it right.
That dragon is beyond redemption. We both know it.
Only to humans, but perhaps not for dragons.
There was a time when I thought I was beyond redemption as well. I'm sure you feel the same.
Their atrocities do not amount to Nidhogg's. Let us move forward.
The red glows. The center red glows the gold, yeah?
The entire temple is the faith.
Zormar will sheathe his
As you guys
sword.
approach into the room, the faith circles on the floor. There are numerous ones, all of them containing a blood red glow. The brightest one being in the back of the room, powering the central altar. Cecil will walk forward as well, but will stay back and stay quiet due to Styx and his very convincing speech. As you approach, the party will hear a low guttural growl.
Children of the land, do you hear echoes of truth?
You have some nerve returning to me.
Is
The
he?
shadows cast by the glow of the fate circles will coalesce in the center of the room, revealing a figure clad in black. As he stands before the party, he'll tilt his head, turning and stabbing the Calamity Spear into the stone.
How noble to recognize your victory was flawed and ill-deserved. To come to my temple and offer yourself as penance.
You know that's not why we're here.
It better be, Dark Knights.
I'm here because Fafnir wanted to talk.
My dear brother wishes to speak now.
Yes.
Now that I am caged like a rat.
Yes.
Then summon him so that I might end his life alongside yours. Unless you believe you can win again.
Jeremar will sheath his sword. Well, he will actually take his sword and run it across his forearm so that his wound will bleed, and step forward and say, Nidhogg, we are not here to fight. Do you remember the scent?
Stench. I remember it.
That night in the temple? To me.
You have corrupted yourself. The stench of these warriors permeates the air. I remember.
After that night, I was chosen. And
You were spared. Not chosen.
chosen by Etro, spared by you. I didn't know what to do. Ever since that night, I couldn't. And Jermar will take a moment to try to calm himself. Ever since that night, I knew not what you wanted. You did more than spare me. You gave me power. And that has perplexed me for the longest time. I came here not to fight, but to find answers. What did you want with me? What am I to you?
I have not sensed. I have not smelled the blood of a dragonkin in a long time. The mortal that commanded me was not worthy to take your life. An insignificance. Cockroach. A coward. Would not take the blood of the dragon king.
Dermar will grit his teeth as he hears Magnus be called a coward, and respond. Magnus, I think Magnus was led astray somehow.
A scared whelpling. A coward who looked away as he allowed me to slaughter the Order. Your precious Order.
Dermar,
Led astray? Pathetic.
I never understood why Magnus did what he did. And to do so with such a look of cowardice is why I also wanted to ask. You were with him. Was something in his mind? Why did he do this? He loved the Order. He was my brother. And yet,
The mortal's reasonings do not matter. None of the mortals matter. To have aligned yourself with a false goddess, it betrays the honor of your bloodline. Both of your bloodlines. I say this now. The mortal you have brought in with you, the champion of the goddess, will not leave this temple alive.
What is
The mortal suffers, you know. I hope you know that.
He'll extend a gauntlet, and for a moment, the pieces of Nidhogg's armor will fade away, revealing Magnus's armor, and an endless wail of agony from within Nidhogg. The army will reform itself, and Nidhogg will clench his gauntleted hand, tilt his head.
He will scream for eternity for his cowardice.
Your need to provoke us is unnecessary.
There is no provocation. I speak the truth.
I understand.
Nothing more.
I understand how much humans have terrorized this world. None more than us understand it because we're so different from them. But you don't represent them. You represent dragons. Their wrath, their fury, their strength. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he's going through, because your purpose is more than that. You made a covenant. Do you plan to uphold the covenant, or have you abandoned it?
I am no traitor. Whelp. This planet will be protected so long as I hold this brand. Not for the mortals that crawl on its surface, but for the dragons that hide in its canyons.
I agree with that. Fully. And I ask you now, are you going to let that one mortal, Kafka, get away with tricking you?
He'll grab the Calamity spear out of the ground and point it towards Styx.
Tricking me.
Yes.
Explain.
Midgar Stormir was never outside the barrier. It was a trickster illusionist with incredible magus powers, drawing on the corruption, the monstrosity Genova and her power, exuding an image of him. When you stabbed the crystal, you weren't trying to free Midgar Stormir. You were trying to release Bartendalus.
Wait, is it Bartez or Benevelze? It's Benevelze, right?
Yes, it's Benevelze.
Benevelze.
The false god.
Yes. He lied to everyone.
I sensed him. You lie.
You are the greatest warrior of our age.
I
The in-
sensed the dragon god. It was no illusion.
That fucking clown, through speaking with him, can see your every memory, every sensation you've ever felt. He can make you believe anything.
That clown is also the reason why we're here. Long ago, you decimated the forces of the Dynast King for what he was doing to the Dragonkin of the World. A mortal who dared bring
I was not allowed to finish. Decimated. I was going to make them all extinct.
A mortal who dared to bring destruction to our kind. And now, history repeats itself. That clown stands atop the throne in Eden, and wishes to bring destruction to not just our kind, but the world as we know it, in the name of that monstrous corruption, Genova.
The calamity.
Yes.
Her union, as she called it.
And so you have come. Why?
To offer you a
Once that the clown managed to trick me.
chance to punish him.
You offer freedom then. An aeon soul.
You know we can't. But if you give your materia to Ziramar, then you can have a hand in it and see it for yourself.
The whelpling cannot wield my materia.
Why?
He is weak.
And am I weak?
You both are.
You know I'm not. You have tasted my blade. You know I am not weak.
You may say I am weak, but you gave me this power. You know what I am capable of.
We may be small, but each of us has the heart, soul, and body of a pure dragon.
There is but a handful of your kind, Hell Knight. I would not let that traitor taste dragon blood.
I'm sorry, out of character. Which traitor? 6? Oh,
Magnus.
Magnus. I would not let him use dragon blood. Oh, so okay, that's why he doesn't. He'll respond. Magnus may be a traitor. He is not the priority right now. The priority is stopping the clown.
And what comes after?
Stopping
Every
stopping
every dragon. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, stopping the clown is protecting the world. That is what I aim to do. And I believe it aligns with upholding the covenant, doesn't it?
Mortal. You do not share dragon's blood. Are you aware what you have come to?
Echoes of truths that once rang clear. Two souls
He's talking to Cecil.
intertwined, one true love they did
I have come here to ensure your survival. Nothing more, murderer. You do not deserve anything more. Your hatred for mortals does not scare me. But since you are so keen to call them and I weak, perhaps you should be aware. The only reason your faith circle remains intact is because of me.
One soul's cry, a passion welling within.
Is that so? Had you come to this place with dragonkin, I may have considered it. Very well. We shall see if you are strong enough. Bonga. Gria.
Cecil, if you can call out to Fafnir, I would. Otherwise, we're doing this the hard way.
Cecil will place a hand on his blade. As he does so, Nidhogg will move. So fast that the rest of you cannot hope to keep up with him. In an instant, you guys will hear Cecil cry out in pain. And he will appear in front, being held by one gauntleted hand by Nidhogg's dragoon form. The armor Cecil wears has a massive gaping hole in it where his heart is, and it's gushing blood. Cecil's face is a look of shock and pain.
Nidhogg,
Clearly
no!
wasn't expecting Nidhogg to be this fast. Nidhogg will take the Calamity Spear and point it. As he does, Nidhogg will will audibly grunt in pain as fireflies emerge from his body and form into a shape in front of him.
Magnus.
As the shape coalesces, it just kind of slumps into Nidhogg's hands, and he'll let it drop onto the floor. Clearly, ever since he's been absorbed, he's been in constant agony.
No mortal, dragonkin or otherwise, has ever wielded me as a weapon. These two, they are traitors and cowards. Even now I see it.
Cecil will cry out in pain as Nidhogg digs a massive gauntlet into Cecil's wound, and blood just kind of pours out onto Cecil's hand, or onto Nidhogg's hand. Nidhogg will smell the air for a moment and look at both of you.
I see it. Their blood shows me everything. A trick I learned from my big sister. Cecil is a coward and a traitor. Magnus is a coward and a traitor. Prove your strength, Dragonkin.
Let's go.
Sticks, wait, we cannot fight!
What does he mean? He
Show
wants us to.
these traitors what dragons do to such weak forms of life.
Oh, he wants us to kill them.
Cull them, as I called the Dynast King's armies. The undefeatable mortals' armies. What a joke!
Zermar will look to Styx with a extremely worried look.
Okay.
Also, as he holds on to Cecil, Cecil will begin to glow with the light of Etro momentarily, as the goddess reaches out to him to grant him strength.
Yeah.
Nidhogg will sense it, and his cloak will billow, and his eyes will turn a very pale yellow as he stares at Cecil, and you visibly see Etro's light be suppressed.
Goddess, I don't think you have been paying attention. This is a world ruled by dragons. You have no power here. Banga, Gria, show me your strength.
All right. Does it? Where does it look like the barrier is being held to? For this temple?
Barrier? What do you mean?
Like, there's like a barrier that like prevents anyone from coming inside, essentially. Or is that the one? That was the one that was just at there.
That's the one that Cecil activated. Yeah.
Cecil's going to make another one after he quote unquote finished his job to prevent that king from
Is
coming
is there no like Yasmet's not here? I thought Yasmet was supposed to be here too, right?
Yeah, Smet's not here. Nope.
Okay.
The barrier is holding.
Yeah.
And you two are alone.
in.
Can I?
Slowly walk up to Magnus'
His
body.
power is absolute. Nidhogg is undefeatable. You defeated him last time through Kefka's trickery and Kane and Cecil's power aiding your own.
Yeah. Is it possible to reach Fafnir through Bahamut?
It is impossible to reach anyone here.
Yeah.
You saw what he just did to Etro. Cecil's blood continues to flow. He'll take the Calamity Spear and stab it into Magnus's shoulder, pinning him and it into the ground. He'll force Cecil to kneel as Cecil cries out in pain. And he'll stare at the two of you.
Is Magnus unconscious?
Magnus is unconscious.
I understand that for some reason you believe that they're insignificant. And in many ways, most humans are. But he's exceptionally useful and will protect dragons when necessary, as he has always done. Is it strength to cut him down as you put him on a spear? Or is it strength to tell you no? He has done nothing to dragonkind. But if you let him live, he will remember this for the rest of his life.
Who are you speaking of?
Cecil.
Okay.
True, this pitiful little thing has not hurt dragonkind. But he is a coward. Very well then. You have convinced me. Banga.
He'll turn Cecil around and grab a hold of his head. As he grabs a hold of his head, the bear gauntlet that is in his left hand, the one that no longer holds the Calamity Spear, will transform into a very recognizable dragon's claw, and the claws will begin to glow. He'll bring Cecil's face right close to his and place a glowing claw on Cecil's forehead, causing him to wail in agony as he drags the claw down across his nose onto his cheek. He'll do the exact same thing the other way, drawing an X across the man's face in dragon fire. Cecil will lose consciousness at this point. Nidhogg will bring Cecil's face up to his.
Now, the world will never forget what you are.
Like discarding a rag doll, he'll throw him across the room. And Cecil will just land on the stone and just lay there perfectly still.
Magnus, on the other hand, I disagree.
Zeramar will interrupt Styx and just say, and as a tear rolls down his cheek, Styx, it's okay. Zeramar will slowly brandish the brink of twilight. Bring it in front of him with both his hands, and he'll say, "Brother, loved you dearly, but the atrocities you've committed cannot be forgiven." And in his head he'll be thinking that he'll be thinking, "Rest in peace, brother," and drive his sword into his heart.
Okay. You stab the sword into Magnus's chest, causing his eyes to widen momentarily. Look around, clearly confused as to where he is. He'll choke back blood as he coughs. He'll turn to look at Zeramar, and you'll see a brief moment of recognition as he reaches up a trembling hand The hand will then fall still next to him, and he'll start to disappear into fireflies.
Zerma will pull the sword back and flick the blood off of it and look up at Nidhogg. There. I've done what you've asked.
An altogether too fitting end for a coward. I believe this will be fun.
Zerma proved himself to accept your materia.
Nidhogg will raise a gauntleted hand and absorb the disappearing fireflies into himself. Not the same way as he did before, just
Sounds like a fun.
gathering their strength. Magnus is gone.
Zermar will sheathe the Brink of Twilight and just kneel.
Curious that a lone Gria that I took mercy upon would have the strength to do that. Very well then.
The first dragoon will reach into his chest and pull a glowing black materia from it.
Zermar will look up at him and it's the motion where like you're taking in something honorably with both hands facing upwards, and accept the materia.
By order of the Dragon Covenants, I entrust my power to you.
Nidhogg will reach out and, instead of giving you the materia, will take your arm. Once again, brandishing a dragon claw that glows bright red at the end, he'll slice open your forearm.
Shove it in.
I sear my essence into you. You will not be able to remove me unless I allow it. This way, I ensure that only the blood of a dragon wields me.
I would never
He'll
disgrace you by removing you.
He'll put the summon materia into your arm and clasp your open wound shut with his dragon palm, which will become bright red as it sears the wound shut and leaves a very distinguishable claw mark across your forearm. Runes will appear across the scar and lock the materia into your flesh.
Man, that's badass.
Nidhogg. Is there any chance I could get your blessing? So that
You have shown me strength. But you spared the worthless mortal. Why?
so that I can enact my fury upon those who would harm all dragons. So that I can make pure dragon strong once again.
That is why you let him live then. Because he has not harmed dragons.
If he did, I would have stabbed my sword through his throat.
Approach, Bonga.
Swelling over seas of blood are a song.
I walk forward.
Yep, give me a sec. The shape before you will morph and change. spreading glowing wings out as he transforms into his true form. He'll tilt his head as he looks down at you and open his mouth and breathe very lightly onto you. As he does, you feel your blood boil once again, just like it did when Bahamut granted you the blessing. Your eyes will narrow, and instead of taking on the normal color of Banga eyes, which actually resemble human eyes, your eyes will become black and the iris orange.
That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking badass.
Being awesome. As you regain the instincts of your ancestors and become closer to being a dragon.
Never forget what we are, Banga. We are superior.
Never.
We will inherit this world.
One day.
Still a little not exasperated. Still gasping for air from the searing burn that he did with the summon materia. Let's say. Well, we already have, haven't we? This is a world ruled by dragons.
Nidhogg will look at you with an intense stare for a moment before he vanishes into your arm.
Thermar will walk up the sticks and look at his new eyes. How do you feel?
Like we don't have much time. And I'll rush over to Cecil and Phoenix down him to try and stabilize him and then pick his ass up.
No, he's way too far gone for that. He's not in critical condition, but he is unconscious.
Alright, I pick
The
it.
scar seared across his face is already healed. It seems Nidhogg's magic would not allow you to erase the scar.
I pick him up.
You grab one shoulder, grab the other shoulder.
I'm like carrying myself pretty long.
You're both very strong, it doesn't matter. So,
Yeah.
there's no strength check for either of you, so we'll just say you both pick him up and drag him out of here.
You can fly us all out, or should I just have an Odin? We'll run.
I can
run
fly us
first.
away from. I can fly us away from the
The
mountain.
blizzard hasn't returned.
Then we will leave with him and go to the nearest healer.
How long has it been?
As you guys fly out of the temple using Ziramar's magic.
Steph,
What's up?
hold on. I just wanted to check out what these two things are. If I can tell what they are from just kind of looking at them.
They are fonts of Mako radiation. This temple was built into a mountain close to a Mako font. There seems to be two weapons embedded in the embers.
Can we take them?
Not without dying horribly.
Got it.
Fair enough.
Got it.
You can return to the temple
Fight whatever's there.
with an actual party and try and get them if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious. Alright, now we can continue the whole flying away from
One of the weapons resembles a dragoon spear. This one here.
Mhm.
And the other weapon, cloaked in energy, resembles a twin blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's so true.
I've got mine. You can have this one. Alright, let's fly out of here.
As Ziramar flies out of the temple, the summon materia in your arm will burn momentarily, and as you leave the Lendis Mountains behind, the last thing you'll see is the blizzard start again to protect the temple,
Right.
Blackworm Temple. And we're done.
Fucking A, man.
Good job, Neil.
Glad we saved Cecil at least. Because that was fucking
Great job.
horrible.
Yeah, I was never planning on saving Magnus.
I
It,
don't know.
it felt like a
It would've been
mercy
weak.
killing to me.
It was weak. I feel more than anything else. It was ruthless, absolutely ruthless. But I didn't see it any other way as
No, because like
necessary.
he was in agony being fused that way, so I felt like I should just take him out of his misery. Put him out of his misery. That's the word.
Yeah.
And given everything that's happened, I can't forgive him for that.
Did you get the answers you were looking for?
I'm sure I'll get the rest of them as I'm junking to him.
He has invaded thoughts,
Yeah.
which is dangerous, considering he's conscious of what's going on around him.
Right. But yeah, the main question I wanted to get answered, but it's fine because it can just be done later, is that why me?
He told you what?
More info on me, if there was like a grander purpose.
He represents dragons, and you
Yeah.
are, for all intents and purposes, one of them.
Yep.
One of the last.
There may be a deeper reason,
Yeah.
but that's the one he gave you.
Yeah. Might not be something that he'd want to say in front of everyone, in front of two of them.
He doesn't seem like the
Can
type
you
to
imagine
be.
if Raziel had come into this temple?
Yeah, fuck no.
Oh
Easter,
my god.
Easter was dead.
I
like,
would have taken.
Pigeon's dead.
I would have taken anyone who isn't Dragonkin. I'm telling you, you're lucky you saved Cecil.
and barely. And I left him marked.
And the only reason is because you touched on the one thing that would succeed without a roll.
Which one? He didn't hurt. He's never harmed a dragon before, or
Exactly.
Nice.
And you guys figured out one of Nidhogg's many talents.
he can when he bleeds someone, he like experiences their memories. That's how that works?
When he touches blood through his calamity spear or his hands, when he tastes blood, he sees everything that's occurred in a person's life.
Wow. Just like the clown.
Yeah,
Quote
can't be
unquote.
Catcat.
Quote unquote, a trick learned by his big sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go deal with her.
I want to go to the Black Castle anyways for a different reason, so
It'll be after Kefka.
maybe. My ascendant accessories over there. And it is a doozy of an accessory.
God, he flashed so fast onto.
Yeah.
I guess
mean-
Cecil didn't fight the fucking speed version. Maybe that's why he got cut.
Exactly. Cecil never fought Nidhogg in his dragoon form. That's when he's the fastest.
Yeah.
And Cecil was in his paladin form, so he was vulnerable.
Wow. Next. Wow.
What's wrong?
I'm just baiting the chat, that's all.
I don't know. I think if it was probably the right idea though. I think to get Cecil the fuck out of his Dark Knight form.
Absolutely. He goes in there all arrogant and shit in his Dark Knight form, he dies, at the very least.
He would have tried to do all the
He would
talking.
have died. He would have died.
Yeah.
This way he just walks away with a traitor's scar.
Did I build any bonding with Cecil, or am I like negative now?
You saved his life. Let's give you plus 10.
Oh, and I gotta give myself 50 out of X amount for bug. I forgot.
Should have wrote Cecil into my backstory. Damn it. Let's change it right now. I actually feel like I should edit him because I'm not following his backstory. I really should think about some new stuff.
Just do like Star. Star knows everybody because she writes everybody into the backstory sheet.
She's everyone she can possibly find, basically.
I mean,
Er,
at the same time,
I
she's like
got-
an idol, so.
I have Noctis, I guess. Yeah, he's up there, but I feel like I tried some bango. Styx doesn't like humans, by the way, guys. Just a heads up. As if that wasn't already obvious enough.
Styx doesn't what?
Like
I didn't
humans.
hear.
He doesn't really
Oh.
like humans, you know. I
Mortals.
have in my mind that like he was
It's okay. I never play a human, anyways.
he was like a slave at one point, and not necessarily a slave, like, but like he understands Banga oppression by humans. I think he went to Eos as a way of like getting back at Arcadia or something. I'm gonna go into it later. What did you say?
We mourn the loss.
You're welcome, Raziel. Oh my god, what is the fucking blessing of Nidhogg? I'm so down to like figure this out.
When you murder someone, you double murder them.
Automatic,
Yeah, here you go.
automatic overkill, no matter what you do.
Non-lethal. He's overkill.
Yeah.
But it was non-lethal. Doesn't matter.
Not lethal. Oops, oh, he's dead. Never mind.
It's like if you hit this guy at all, he automatically overkills whether you kill it or Shark's gonna love you in this group.
That was
My
tense.
That hot fight was so fun. That was so good. I love it. That was a great session, guys.
Yeah. It was so tense, but so good.
So many high points to hit. Did you like I had thought up like most of these beforehand of like things.
It
that,
felt like
made
it,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Felt
I was
more
kind of like just.
spitballing.
I know I was prepared, but like in the sense of like things that Styx would know. I was thinking like Styx.
Right. I had a few different points written up too. The Dynast King part. I didn't get to say one of them, but I kind of touched on it.
I think we hit all the sweet spots. There wasn't any rolls involved, so that was good.
Yeah, the fact that there weren't any rolls involved was really good. Except for the one persuasion roll, which you did really well on.
Which I aced. Yeah. Styx is good.
That
at
was against
persuasion.
Cecil.
Yeah, man, fuck yeah. I had a worse argument. I was gonna be like, hey, like, what would Rosa think with you
Yeah.
doing this? That was my other one. Like, it would have been.
That's a trigger word that wouldn't have gone well.
I know. But like, I could take a hit from him, and then it'd be like, look at what you've done, kind of thing. You need to.
Well, Kane walked away with a brand new scar on his chest, and Cecil walked away with a brand new scar on his face.
Yeah.
Just
Scarborough.
handing out scars left, right, and center.
Their fucking relationship is so fucked.
And I walked
Like,
away with a scar on my forearm.
My god.
Yeah, in the shape of a dragon's claw.
So badass.
And Neil walked away with new contact lenses.
So is it like eyesight based? Like, does it enhance my heat vision or something?
I'll import it and put it in the fractured chat when it's done.
God.
I don't have the page in front of me.
Does he have
Can't
pumpkin
see
vision?
through
He sees
all
like a pumpkin.
illusion.
Oh my god, if you could see through illusions, it'd be
Another person.
insane.
I mean, Nidhogg would have seen through the illusions then. At that
He
point.
didn't,
Right.
so.
That's why I joked. I mean, it's a joke,
Yeah.
right?
It's incredible. You could do it on 2 characters.
It's too bad one's gonna turn to a seed soon.
Yay. No, he's got time. He's got like 4
Like a
sessions.
session or two.
No, he's got like 4 sessions.
Good.
Well, he's doing a
Water resist jewel.
welcome